Senate Bill 955. Imagine this. Imagine someone is locked up in jail or staying at a shelter because they are homeless, in foster care, or escaping abuse. A trafficker shows up and recruits them anyway, knowing they have almost no ability to say no or get help. What the bill says it does? Senate Bill 955 says it is increasing penalties for human trafficking when traffickers target people in especially vulnerable places like jails, shelters, or near schools and child care centers. What it actually does? This means traffickers who recruit victims from correctional facilities or shelters can now be charged with first-degree felony instead of a second-degree felony. This means prosecutors can seek 25 years to life in prison more easily, while judges have less flexibility in sentencing. This shifts power towards the state by relying on harsher punishment rather than prevention or support services. Who benefits? Law enforcement and prosecutors who gain stronger charging tools, victims who are in high-risk settings and may see traffickers punished more severely. Who pays the price? Survivors who still lack access to housing, counseling, and long-term support. Communities that see punishment increase without new resources for prevention or recovery. Why it matters. Punishing traffickers harder feels like common sense, but punishment alone does not stop trafficking. If survivors leave jail or shelters with no support, the same vulnerabilities remain. When we focus on only sentencing, we risk repeating a cycle where harm is addressed after the fact instead of preventing it in the first place. Questions to ask your lawmakers. How will the state track whether these harsher penalties are actually reducing trafficking rather than just increasing prison time? Why were no survivor support or prevention resources included alongside the sentencing increases? Will lawmakers support a future review to see whether this approach is helping victims rebuild their lives? Bottom line, Senate Bill 955 gets tougher on traffickers, but it leaves the hardest work of prevention and survivor support still undone.